All right, hello everyone. So today is Friday. Let's take a look. I got gold in front of me. Now, gold is, heading downwards yesterday. We said no problem. And this week, in fact, I did say, remember, we should probably come into this 1910 or the weekly pivot. Okay. Now, remember your swing days. Thursday is a swing day for gold, and it made the targets. I also had 1910. I also had that level. If the market comes down here, it makes a dip back into the low of Thursday or slightly lower. Buying again is not a bad idea, okay, despite the fact that we got room to come down. So this is going to be a bit tricky because we're in between levels, right? And this could be the kiss of death. I don't know. If this is the kiss of death, we're going to come down here. So we've got to be smart about it because on the weekly, we've got this breakout, which the market can go up into 1980s. Okay. On the other hand, we could come down here. So it's a bit of a dilemma. Okay. But we can play both sides of the market. Okay. So no problem. Now, first of all, obviously, I wrote in the members area the Astro hours, and we can also get rid of these. I wrote the Astro hours, and I did say today is a bit tricky in terms of the sky, and it seriously is, because the market is going to go into a place where there's probably going to be breakouts as well. So I've got breakout options here as well. So what we might want to do is this: wait for the market to come low or lower into an Astro hour, and then wait for a turnaround. Okay. You could also wait to go long at Astro hours on the daily and the weekly, but coming into going towards a few hours, I've got there like 1040s critical because it looks like there's going to be a pushy move till then, and 1140, and then probably what's going to happen is a good spot probably is going to be around 1240. All right. So if I was to do this, let me just do this. This is one of these is 1240. So let me see. This is at 1240. I want to just turn this into gold. Okay, so that we can differentiate it. Okay, so this looks like a better option where the market could start to turn around. Following this aspect, okay, I'm expecting some tricky moves in the market. So this is why you got to be careful. Even if you take this 1240, I'd be careful because breakouts like are possible. So if we're here, the market might just like boom up, all right? And then it might carry on that way. Or if we're down here, it might just like boom down and might carry on down here. So it's a little tricky because of that situation. I'm thinking we should be, pushing up. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, because these lows were actually good to buy at 1 o'clock, 1:30 in the morning. Actually, 1 o'clock, 1:30, like this was like 3 a.m., 3:15, because there was a cluster there. That's why I said 3 o'clock yesterday as well. So this zone was like good to kind of like get in the game from the lows. Okay, so expecting breakouts is what I'm expecting today, and those breakouts could probably push us up, and then that's the situation. Okay, so if the market does us a favor, comes down, looking to go back up is not a bad idea. If it breaks out on the pullback, you can go up as well. SP 500, here we are, SP 500. Once again, this is your 3 o'clock there. You see that's the low there. And remember, we did all the targets with this. Okay, there you go. That's your PST level. So this is all done for this week at the lows. Okay, and remember your swing days once again, right? So now we're in this zone. It's only logical the market wants to buy. It's done it before, and it's doing it again, and it should go up into this zone here. So we should have the market going up, okay, probably into 4415 zone, okay, and 4415 4.15. Maybe it will, maybe it won't, but that's the situation. Okay. On the weekly, because we've done it all, and we're expecting a swing day, right? I think we've got a swing day for SP 500. We should have. Yeah, it's a Friday. Remember, I said swing day Thursday and Friday for SP 500. Okay. So Thursday, that's your Thursday, that's your Friday. So if you got that down, then what you got to do is put your swing hours in. If the market does come down, would like to go up, and this is the zone. So if we come back into the opening with a tight stop loss, going up is not a bad idea. And that's basically it. So that's your 1045 there. Just put your Astro hours as you normally do and trade them that way. They're in the area, members area already. Okay. So coming back down to push up and go back into this zone is not a bad idea at all. And we might see ourselves back up here as well. Why? Because this is where the market 4415 closes the gap. Okay. Now, if you take a look, where is it? Let me just refresh this because the daily pivot should not be there. That's yesterday's, isn't it? Let's just refresh. The daily pivot should be here. Okay. All right, that's better. So we're here, right? So this is going to be the resistance zone initially, but that's fine. I can now get rid of this. I can get rid of this. I can get rid of this. Okay, so what do we want to take a look at? On the daily, you see these levels there, right? So we want to at least come back and touch the red line or the blue dotted lines there. So that's going to give me 36.4365 to 70. And 41, 4388. So from 4365 to 88. Okay. Let's do this. Okay, so that's 4365. Let's bring this down here. All right, that's fine. 4380 is there. Okay, you can see these levels are working pretty good into there. All right, so we've got room to go up, and then the red is the daily resistance, that 4388, sorry. 4388. Now, when I'm using the PST indicator, I'm making sure I'm always taking what's there because it normally hits it, so we're all good. Okay, that's that. Let's take a look at this. So the market's got room to go up. On the weekly, okay, we should come higher than this 51, which is, 4370 again there. All right, so 4370 is going to be there. So this is the zone we should be getting into, right? The market should come back into this zone there. All right, at least into there. Now, if we come down first, going up is going to be more logical. Okay, if it goes up first, we're going to look for a breakout to see how things pan out. All right, and that's how it should be. Now, can it go lower? Of course, it can go lower. What you want to do, because it's done all the PSTs for us at the moment, what we want to do is from this zone, pick it up a little bit, but your stop loss should be just below this zone here. Okay. Now this is going to sell off later on. Okay, let me do this. No, there. Okay, because that's the gap there. Okay, that's exactly what it filled anyway. Okay, that's fine. So our level was right. Okay, this zone is good for a pickup. We're going to come down later down. We should come further down. Okay, so I'm still in a bearish mode, obviously. So when we should go up somewhere and then we should, come down. Where's our goodbye kiss? Is there. Okay. That's our goodbye kiss there. So we've got room to pull up, okay, into there. The other goodbye kiss zone can be this, okay. So this zone or that zone, we could go up to retest. So buying is not a bad idea if you're going to do an intraday trade to go up in there. All right, so let's take a look at the euro dollar. With the euro dollar, this is us yesterday. All right, so those are some Astro hours there yesterday. Also, if you take a look at, I didn't put all the Astro hours here for yesterday because I don't do euro dollar much. But if you were to take a look at when things happened, that was the lunchtime hour, 5:30. Remember, we had 5:30. Remember, we had 7:30. That's your 7:30 there. So we stood the highs, and 8:45 is there. All right, 8:45 is there. Whoopsie daisy. Is there. All right, so the market sold off from there, no problemo. And then, as you can see, this is 4:45. I had what down to 3 o'clock there. That's your 3 o'clock there. So the market pretty much stabilized there. Now, what we're expecting with the euro dollar, as you know, the long-term perspective for the euro dollar for us is down. Okay, but look where I drew the lines before. So if we go up, we want to be selling down. Now, the target for today is 29. So it's 1.0613. 1.0613 is there. All right. And that's for today. So that's the daily. On the weekly, do I have a target down? HCL1, that's 1.0586. That's way, way down. This is a place where the market bought up before. If I take a look at the daily, it's a place where the market broke out. So this zone, we should be hitting this zone. So I'd rather be a seller to push down into this zone here. And that's about it. Okay. What you might want to do is sell at the opening or the Asia high here. Or if it goes slightly higher, you can sell here, you can sell at the weekly pivot. If it goes up first, selling is not a bad idea. If we come down first, then your zone for the euro dollar is going to be, I'd just take this zone there. Okay, and that's quite low, as you can see. All right, so maybe just take maybe just take this zone here. You'll have to see. I reckon this should come down first. Okay, as you can see, this is also our Mercury line here. Okay, that Mercury line, and this is the Venus line. So I'm still expecting the market come down to Venus. All right, but Mercury line is a natural square out, and as you can see, this is a runner. So sooner or later, we should go up to clean out the stops and then push further down. All right, so this could be a good location for this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6, 7, and then bang up, come all the way into this zone and sell off. So for today, what to do? You can buy the lows today. Okay, it's either going to be the low of yesterday or slightly lower at Astro hours. Okay, and that's it. If the market doesn't come back and keeps going up, don't stand in front of it trying to sell it off, because this is the runner. Okay, we should at least get up into this red line there, 0726, and possibly break out to sell off next week from this higher level here. Okay, so be careful there. Okay, I mean, you don't want to be selling where the market went up before, so only logical. Let's take a look at Dow Jones, Nasdaq, Bitcoin. Okay, so that's, let's see, this is Dow Jones, and that's how it is. Okay, so just stick your hours as usual. These are the hours for yesterday. As you can see, just market came down into this zone nice and easy, and all we got to do is just follow it through. Now here with Dow Jones, let's see what the daily is. As you can see, we've still got a bit of room down here. If you want to sell, I think you can at 38, 34, 218. Okay, 34, 218, 34. So these were the Astro hours, as you can see here. Now on the daily, because we've got some room, that goodbye kiss could work out at 34, 218. 34, let's bring this down here, 218, so somewhere around here, right? 218. So that's that. Now we're also looking out for some breakout stuff. Okay, so on the weekly, let me just check what we've got on the weekly as well. We've still got room to come down to that 46, 33, 872, 60, 33, let's see, 33, 872 is there. 60 is down here. So this is still in that zone. All right. And that's 29, 33, 930, 930. So this has got a bit more room to come down. Okay. There we go. So we've got a bit of room to come down. If it dips down here, then that'll be support. Okay, this is where the market took off. We're expecting the market to come down here. Okay, so if it goes up first, selling is a better option. This is also a place where the market took off before, but as you can see, the second push up could not go higher, so it's clearly weak. So if the market goes back up into a good buy kiss, including this 34,311, 34, 311 is there. Okay, this zone is going to be a sell zone for us. I'm going to get rid of that. Okay, if we go up first looking to sell, it's not a bad idea. I wouldn't go against this down move to buy. Yeah, I wouldn't do it because this is going to go somewhere and we're probably going to head down. So we've got room to break down here. Hopefully it'll go up first. If it does, selling is the better option. NASDAQ, let's take a look here. Okay, so this is NASDAQ. Once again, market right into the Astro hours down here. Okay, that's your 530 there. 830 there. Okay, so all of these things. These are swing hours yesterday, market coming in, and as you can see, that's the early hours in the morning. 330, right? So we had that 3 level there, and that's that. So let's take a look at the daily. We're in our zone. All right, so target's done, nice and easy. It's good to see ourselves at the target. So when we're down here, obviously we might have a little bit more room to push down here, but obviously you don't want to be selling in this zone here because it's already done, right? So if the market dips down a little bit more, hangs around here, I think going up is the way to go. And we should come up into that red line there. It's about 15 odd. Okay, so the market has got room to go up into this 15,000 zone. Okay, now it'll probably do all of that next week, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. But what you can do is from the lows here, if it comes back down to the opening or the low of yesterday, it's nice to push up. I think that's the way to go. Okay, and that's how it is. As you can see, there aren't many gaps here except this little one here. So if it comes down to the opening, You could look for a reversal from here, and then we should kind of like head up into these levels. Now that 40 is 14,914. 14,914 is about there. Okay, so that zone is looking nice. Okay, heading into there. On the weekly, it's done the targets as well, as you can see on the weekly. So next week might have a bit of a retracement up, and then we'll want to sell off again. As you can see, this is where I'm expecting the market to come down to. We should go into those low, levels. Okay, and on the daily with the Nasdaq, if I go into there, we've got room to come down, but obviously, like I said, no selling in this zone. You've got to wait for the pull up. If you want to wait for the pull up, or if you want to buy for that, you can. All right, so just from the lows, like I said, at Astrals, you can push up. Be mindful here, because this is where they sold off. Let's make this a little lower down here. Okay, this is where they sold off. So this zone is important. If you break above it, pull back, you can go long into there, no problem. Bitcoin, here we are with Bitcoin. Well, what can I tell you? Okay, so $130 yesterday. Let's see where that is. That's your 130. Also yesterday, if you think about it, let's see, we had 12.15, right? We had 12.15 to 140. So this is it. 140 is there, and then we had the 530, probably around here. That's your 530 there. And then 730 to 845, 730 to 845 is there. I guess that's your 845 there. All right, there. Now with Bitcoin, not much to talk about. We're sellers, so I'm saying sell in this zone here. If you did so, great. If it goes back up, we'll sell again. Okay, so anywhere from 26,800, 26,800 and above there, it's like good to sell 26,800. Okay, so this zone is okay to start selling off again. If the market goes up slightly higher as well, it could do that. But it's pretty closed up. You see there aren't many big gaps there. They've closed it up. So if it pushes up into an Astral, you want to sell, you can, because that's where we're going, and then we're going. Okay, so we're coming down more and more, and this is a Venus line, as you can see, my Venus trend line there. Okay, market nicely going into there, and then just sliding off, and that's all good. So selling from this zone here is not a bad idea to do. So just keep pushing it down, and that's how it is. So not much to add here at all.